Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Iron Lung spoiler review. I've already recorded this once, and then I was editing it, and I was like, "Wow, this is dog shit." So I'm gonna redo it. Okay. So Iron Lung review, total spoilers, total everything. I have a list here that I'm going to talk about and kind of go deeper dive into it and why I think that what I think. So movie critics typically evaluate film based on various elements, such as the script. So script for me, 10 out of 10. Sorry. Probably, yeah, no. 10 out of 10. I think that was really well written, really funny. Kept me, engaged, happy. I love the way everything kind of just worked. And everyone just did such a good job as well, which is another thing. But yeah, so script was a 10 out of 10. It really helped me understand the lore and so much more about Iron Lung. I'm still I'm not gonna lie, it didn't answer everything. Don't worry, it didn't answer everything. I'm still very confused about certain things. I wish they kind of went deeper dive into certain things, but honestly, maybe they'll write a book. Maybe they'll make another game or something to further make the story and what it is. The direction. I don't actually know what this means. But I think the direction of the film and what happened in the film was good. What does it mean by direction? I don't really know. But I liked it. So, I mean, there's performances. So, acting. Acting was 10 out of 10. Once again, just really, really good. Good job with the with everyone. I feel like everyone was very locked in. They were very serious at times. They were jokey at times. It was very, very good. And there was just everyone did a good job. There was absolutely no complaints for the acting, the movement as well. So like the body movement that Markiplier and when you're up out of the blood water for that time, everyone did a very good job acting that. He hit the button, flash everyone kind of like had that. It was a very good job, and I'm very impressed with everyone who did that. It was amazing. Good job. Cinematography. I praise this in my short. I think this is still one of my favorite things about the movie. The filming. Every angle, every shot was just so beautifully done to the point that I literally wish, and have said this and multiple times to friends and other people, that the way Mark filmed this movie is literally the way I wish all movies were filmed. I don't mean that like literally, but like I wish people had so much more fun and so much more oomph with their filming. Like Markiplier actually got angles. He did some loops. He got some shots that honestly impressed me so much. Like I feel like when I watch a movie, it's mostly like, and that's all the camera's doing. Mark had some angles. It was like, it can be nauseating, sure. Depends on who you are. But someone like me, ADHD crazy, amazing. It literally was so nice. It was and something else about this movie that really impressed me is it was non-stop action, movement, everything. It filled my ADHD ass brain full of just amazing shit. I loved that. So that was really cool. The music, amazing. I have the music actually saved to Spotify, and I listened to it again, and now after watching the movie, oh my god, I see why throughout the movie I was like it was like a constant like feeling like something was happening, and it's because of the music. The music was so well done and so like beady. It's so good job, very good job. And some emphasizing on logic and coherent plot. So logically, it was good. I don't know what that fucking means. Coherent plot. Let me go to a fucking website that's going. Directing. Okay, directing was good. I think it was good. I hope it was good. I don't know. So let's just think of director like a general. Yeah, okay, so every department definitely did a great job in their part. I guess that's what directing is. And Mark picked a very good job picking people for the roles and for what they did. Makeup design as well was very, very good. The little creature that kept walking across and kind of being kind of spooky in the dark. When you finally kind of see him in the light, wow, that looked fucking good. When you go out of the water and that your captain or whatever comes up to you, the little fogged up eye, great job on that as well. Very good on makeup design as well. The writing was good, I said. Cinematography was amazing. Editing. So one of the big critics hates with this was the editing. Personally, I had no problem with the editing. I think it obviously kind of showed a little bit more on the YouTube editing side than pro filming editing side. But either way, I kind of actually preferred that because it was choppy. It wasn't even choppy. Sorry, that's the wrong word. There were a lot of cuts at some points, especially at the beginning. We did all this like movement and boring story plot that was like the game. No one wants to watch the game. That's boring. So we did a lot of cuts, and it kind of just like was like I had no problem with that. I think that's also what kept me like going as well, and saying like my ADHD brain was like boo, is because there was so much happening, and he just kept cutting to this, and it was good, and I could see why some people don't like that for sure, but I think a bunch of the hate online is way more rude than it really needs to be for his editing. I think he did a great job, especially for who he is. I had no problem with it. It was good. Acting, I said, was really good. Production design, holy shit, good fucking job. Like I said, the makeup was really good, and so was the design of the ship and everything. It was a recreation of the game, like to the T. Obviously, it looked like better graphic game, but it looked really cool. 10 out of 10 on that as well. Like, that was amazing. I had no complaints over that. It looked pretty. The only time I really noticed anything is there was a shot where it was kind of the up shot, and you could see the coordinates, and the coordinates looked off. They looked like they weren't right, because when you go from one scene and then to the other scene, the coordinates were different. I was like, well, maybe he just moved or something, but again, don't know for sure. I bet that thing was a bitch to program anyway, so I'm not going to complain. And then sound was also very good. It kept me on my toes the entire time. But yeah, the critic reviews were just fucking miserable to look through. As of today, which it is February 1st, the reviews are 50% on critic and 89 on people. And the first review I see is Nate Adams. He said, trimming at least 30 minutes from the final cut would not have betrayed the game's structure. It likely would have honored it better while keeping non-diehard fans more engaged. I don't agree with this. I think I agree that some parts could have been cut. Again, some things could have been cut, but it really isn't that big of a deal. And I think that him not cutting it was actually nice, because the way, like I said, the way he filmed it really put a lot of action, motion, like we're moving, we're constantly doing something, and suspense and build up, which was really nice. So honestly, I think the way it's filmed, the way it's edited, really good. I don't think he needs to cut really anything out. Maybe a couple things, but you know what? Not my movie. I don't care. Good job. I know I'm being bad. Here's a review that honestly just pissed me off. This is by Carla Hay. She said, incoherent and relentlessly dull. Iron Lung, written, directed, and starring YouTube personality Markiplier. Okay, can't even fucking write a damn thing. Is a misguided horror movie based on a video game. When will social media stars learn that on-camera fame doesn't equal filmmaking talent? That really just pissed me off. Because Mark has done a lot to build up to this movie, and he put so much effort into it. And so hating this much is just not right. I understand this movie probably is not going to be for everyone. Die Hard fans are probably going to overhype this, sure. But I think if you don't know anything about Iron Lung, don't know anything about Markiplier, and you go watch this, you could still at least enjoy it. You could probably still be like, wow, that was actually pretty well done. I don't see this much hate. That's just... And there's more like that, which is just so sad and so just... to read. And there are some even in the People reviews that I saw, like, it's just so sad to see, like, watching experience is a disaster. And it really was. Yes, people are annoying in movie theaters, which definitely was a problem for me as well, but other than that, I really didn't have any problems. So please, if you're going to look at reviews, please do not look at People reviews. Don't look at negative reviews. They're definitely 100% like, just don't know what they're talking about. Biased pieces of shit most of the time. Don't read like perfectly good ones either, because those are probably biased as well. On Mark's side, read kind of ones like maybe this one, like by RR. He gave it a 3.5. Great film that despite 3.5 out of 5. Sorry, great film that despite a few weaknesses break a new ground and features only true outstanding scenes. Objectively, although there is no big company behind the production, like just skimming through this, very good review, and it feels honest, nice, and actually like a review that a critic should actually have, not the one I read to you a few seconds ago. So when you look through reviews, kind of just read through a good chunk or skim through a good chunk of them, because most of them are going to be biased one way or the other, or just, and so it's just it's kind of hard with this one. Overall, very good. I had no problems. Like I said, 10 out of 10. Actual review, 9. Just because, like I said, there could be some things that could have been cut out, or some things that just, I honestly think is amazing overall, though. Good job, Mark. Get some well-needed rest, and as always, see you guys real soon.